Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about some of the different choices I've made for audio output on my TV. My TV has two choices. It has a 3.5 millimeter audio jack on the left side, and in the back it has two RCA type audio outs in the back. When I first got this TV, I was using the 3.5 millimeter audio jack on the side, and I had to use a cord very, very similar to this one. This is right angle male to right angle male, about 12 foot. Had to use all sorts of adapters. There was a problem with it. And pretty quick learning curve for me. This button here, mute. See, when I press mute, mute goes on or off. It's interesting because whether you have if you have your audio plugged in the headphone jack in the 3.5 millimeter headphones, you could have the volume up as high as 63. And 63 is tolerable. It wouldn't blow your ears out. That's just the limitation of the TV's amplifier. Of course, when you plug your headphones in, it cuts the TV speakers, except under one circumstance. If you happen to press the mute button. If you press the mute off, all of a sudden it comes on full volume, and it's enough to blow your speakers out. So I kind of gave up on using the headphone jack because it's possible to press that mute button accidentally. So let's move right along to the other choice, which is the color-coded red and white color-coded RCA type audio jacks in the back. Okay, I have a 20-foot cord now. It's plugged in. It goes all the way over here, and then ends in a female 3.5 millimeter thing. Pretty much so the headphones basically just slip right in there. That's the idea. But there's a difference between the headphone jacks and how they behave and the RCA type audio in the back. So from experience, those are the ones to use, the RCA type in the back. The reason why is a lot of people will adapt those color-coded RCA type for sound bars. If you have a sound bar, that's how you get your audio from that. If you want to plug them in, to say an auxiliary in a boombox and get extra TV sound from that, everything will flow through as far as sound. Your PlayStations, your Roku, any cable you might have, it'll all flow through the back of the RCA types in the back. But there's a couple of differences between the headphone jack and the RCA types in the back. Just a couple of differences. You simply need amplification. And the truth is, that's what I'm fully aware of now. You need amplification in any way. Of course you need for sound bars, you need the amplification. If you're going to line it into your, stereo, you need amplification. But currently, my thing is to use headphones and just to plug them in, the way I mentioned before, coming right out of the back of the TV there. They make these headphone amplifiers. They don't cost much. Plug in here is you simply have the TV, the one coming from the TV, which is RCA to millimeter male, and one for the headphones that comes out of there. The headphones are great. You have a USB charger, which you can leave plugged in. This particular one does not have a flow through though. So if the battery goes or something else goes with it, it won't flow through. You absolutely must have the amplifier working in this thing. So you got to keep the battery charged. and works really, really nice. But I can also tell you what it's like without that. Without that particular headphone amplification unit, you have sound that's just a little bit below comfort hearing level. It's not quite loud enough to hear. And no matter what you do with the remote control, at that point, if you're listening to headphones the way that is, regular ordinary headphones, it doesn't matter if you have the volume all the way up or not. Because like I said, the output from the RCA type in the back commonly is not affected in any way, shape, or form by what you're doing with your TV's volume control, like I'm doing here. Believe me, it just doesn't do anything. So it's really unlike your headphone jack on the side of the TV like I have there, which I got tired of trying to use. Not enough amplification anyway. In my case, I must use that headphone amplifier. It works beautifully. The other thing is that say you're going to run a length of cable from the back to your auxiliary in your boombox. You might have your boombox set at, say, volume number 6. If you want, you can easily turn your TV volume up with the current movie that's on and drown it into about, say around 3 or 4, and balance it that way. And it just works out to be a perfect kind of arrangement when you realize, you can use your TV as a center channel and yet still have that going at the same time. It does that much more than the 3.5 millimeter jack on the side would ever do. So it's basically, the RCA type outputs all the way. It's one of the best ways to get your audio for sound bars and really for anything. One of my other experimentations that led me to this conclusion is that I used to have a long wire coming down out of the back from the RCA, and I was using wireless headphones. These were 2.4 gigahertz wireless headphones, not Bluetooth. And at the same time, they sounded pretty good. I just wanted to go with something that was truly battery free and, not wireless. But at a certain point, I didn't have the headphone amplifier here. This was not in the picture. And really just listening to, headphones from RCA in the back, you really have to have it. So they can be had pretty much cheap. And it makes it really worth, but overall it's just better than the 3.5 millimeter on the side. Of course, you can adapt a modern Bluetooth. You can transmitter receiver. As long as it's both, you can actually adapt that to the same cord that you may end up plugging from the back of the TV into your auxiliary in your stereo. It's a great way to get your sound. It's just simply better than the audio 3.5 on the side. All right, well, I wanted to get that tip out there. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in my next vid, okay? All right, bye-bye.